My name is Jeff Rose. I'm the Director of Wastewater Systems here at the City of Chattanooga. Our mission for the wastewater systems is to provide excellence in wastewater services for the well-being of our community, our employees, and our environment. And one big part of how we're doing that is through our Clear Chattanooga program. Clear Chattanooga is a large infrastructure program where we are restoring, repairing, and replacing our wastewater infrastructure. We're doing this by repairing pipelines. Some of our pipes are over 100 years old and they leak a lot. And what happens when it rains hard, groundwater leaks into these pipes and it just fills them up so quickly there's no room for the wastewater. So what happens is the wastewater and groundwater mixture overflows into the community, in the streets, into the creeks, into the rivers, into yards. So we are committed to eliminating sanitary sewer overflows in our community. We have agreed to do a lot of projects to fix our system. And those projects make up the Clear Chattanooga program. So that includes rehabilitation of pipelines, where we will go inside the pipe and line it with a epoxy fiberglass liner, and that makes it so the pipe is impermeable to groundwater, so we don't get that overwhelming amount of groundwater coming in. We also are building storage. We call it equalization storage. When too much water comes down the pipe, we can pump that into these storage facilities and hold it there for a day or two until we do have capacity in the pipe. Then we can let the water run back into the pipe and make its way to the wastewater plant. On the Clear Chattanooga website, there's a great animation that shows how one of these EQ storage projects works, to where it pumps water out of the line into the storage basin, and then it flows out of the storage basin and makes its way to the plant, while at the same time eliminating overflows in the process. Another thing we do is pump station projects. You'll see some large pump station projects on clearchattanooga.com. And we have rebuilt some of our largest pump stations, Cityco being one. Cityco is about 115 million gallon a day pump station. It's our largest one in the system. And it takes flow from a big portion of the system and pumps it over here to the wastewater plant. So what we're doing is increasing the reliability of pump stations to make sure they don't stop when we really need them and cause other overflow events. One pump station we're putting in now is called the DuPont pump station. And it's a large pump station. These are all very expensive projects that we're doing. The DuPont pump station will help to ensure that stormwater events, instead of overflowing into the environment, will be pumped to the wastewater plant. The Clear Chattanooga program here at Moccasin Bend Wastewater Plant consists of many upgrades to our main pumping systems, to our treatment systems, to the way we treat the wastewater, and the way we take the pollutants out of the wastewater and dispose of them long term. We're very proud of our treatment here. We create water that's clean and we can put it back in the river in a clear form. That's part of what Clear Chattanooga is about, to create clear water that can go back in the river. The Clear Chattanooga program is also supporting several sustainable energy type projects here at Moccasin Bend Wastewater Treatment Plant. One we've just built is a 10-acre solar field which generates 4 megawatts of power, which is about 12 to 13% of our power needs here at the plant, which for a $300,000 a month electric bill is a lot of money, as you can imagine. We also have a project going on here. This basin you can see here, we call this our EQ basin. And what this does is store wastewater just before it goes into our main treatment process. What we're going to do is reduce the volume of this basin. Right now it's 70 billion gallons of water can be held in this basin. We're going to reduce that down to about a quarter of that, so that instead of bubbling air through the entire volume, we'll only bubble air through 1/4 of the volume. We bubble air through this to basically keep the wastewater fresh, which I know sounds funny, but it helps the wastewater to keep from going septic and makes it easier for us to treat. So instead of all this air, which is a very inefficient process, we'll be able to reduce it down to only a quarter of the demand. That will in turn reduce our energy bill another 10 to 12%. So that's another $30,000 to $40,000 a month that we'll save with this project. All these projects are helping us become more sustainable long term and help the Moccasin Bend wastewater treatment plant to have less of an impact on the environment and less of an impact on the community in order to ensure our community has the highest quality of life possible and that we're able to maintain the best place we can to live and work and play.